Hello, beautiful beings. I'm Mama Belle from Mama Belle's Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Tonight, I'll be doing a mind, body, soul reading for Gemini. The messages in this reading are for any part of your chart in this sign with special emphasis on sun, moon, and rising. Before we get started, I wanted to say that this is a general reading and not meant as advice of any professional sort, including but not limited to medical or legal advice. Most importantly, I would like to say thank you for clicking here. If any of this reading resonates, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Now on to the reading. Hi, Gemini. So, I am recovering from being sick yet again. I have a cute little germ factory at home. He's very adorable, but he brings in a cold like every month. Every time he's sick, though, I just remind myself, I'm like, this is good for his immune system. This is good for his immune system. So if you have a cute little germ factory at home, just know that I am right there with you. You are not alone. So we are going to start with the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann. We are going to get a card for the mind, the body, and the soul, as well as a card for the overall message. And we are going to take a look at the bottom of the deck for advice going forward. Now, what I will say is that my intention is that this reading will show up for you when you need it, when it's going to resonate. However, I am doing it for the month of January, or at least that's when they'll be going up. And so if you tend to notice some themes that reoccur for you in the month of January or at the beginning of the year, this may be why. If you notice cards that come up, if you're a card reader or get readings for yourself, that's likely because January you have a similar lesson to learn every year. So let's go ahead and get started. What does Gemini need to know for the mind? What does Gemini need to know for the mind? Let's get a card for Gemini for the mind. You have the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, and for the body, okay, we have the moon. The moon. The moon kind of makes me think of winter months. So I kind of like that you've got this card. Oh, all right. For the soul, what does Gemini need to know for the soul? That's like 10 cards. That's too many. What does Gemini need to know for the soul? You know, that actually makes sense to me that a lot of cards would try and pop out for you for any particular position, because it just tells me that there's a lot going on for you or in your mind, and it's all these things that need to come out and come to life. But 10 cards is a lot to read for one position, so we're not going to do that. We're going to ask that, maybe not more reasonable, but we're going to ask for something a little more manageable to read. So we have the Eight of Wands for the soul. Okay. These cards are trying to be chaos, Gemini. I don't know what's going on. Are you feeling like chaos? Are you doing okay? I hope so. Sending you lots of love. All right. Overall message for this reading for Gemini. Let's not do 4 cards. Let's do a manageable amount of cards. I don't have all of the time in the world, unfortunately, to just read. Oh no. Hermione is laying down. Oh, I wonder if she was taking a nap. Did I ruin her nap? Okay, so your overall mess. Did I say that you got the Eight of Wands in your excuse me, in your soul? I don't know if I did, but just in case, you got the Eight of Wands in the soul position. We have the Nine of Pentacles for the overall theme of the message. I've had coffee tonight, by the way. I decided I'm pulling an all-nighter and I'm cleaning and I'm doing readings and I'm gonna take a shower at some point, and yeah. There's maybe that's why so many cards are trying to pop out, because this crazy woman is doing so much. So, the bottom of the deck for me is overall advice going forward and into this month. You have the Knight of Pentacles. My goodness, words are hard. Maybe I really shouldn't have coffee right before. Okay. Okay. Let's get started. So, in the mind, you have the Nine of Cups. This is about making a wish, about feeling fulfilled, all sorts of good, wonderful things. This is a good feeling. This feels like you're really close to an accomplishment. To have that feeling in the mind almost is like there's just sheer joy going on, because this is the cups, this is feelings, and the Nine of Cups is like make a wish. So make a wish. Give yourself love, give yourself everything you need to feel good in the mind. And if this is where you're already at, first off, congratulations. I thank goodness, because especially going into the new year, this can be a lot of optimism, a lot of just seeing the bright side of life and knowing that you're totally capable, that you have whatever it is you need to make this wish come true. You can totally do this. You can do this. You can do this, Gemini. I believe in you. Believe in you. You need to believe in you. So for the body, you have the moon. And a lot of people, including myself, tend to read this as like uncertainty and how it can feel like illusions and scary and fear of the unknown and the unknown in general. But the good thing about the moon is that A, it doesn't last forever. Eventually the sun's got to come up. That's how that works. B, the moon can provide a lot of light, even if we don't feel like it, even if it feels a little bit scary. And C, with this particular depiction, we have a wolf as well as a dog howling at the moon. The wolf is in its natural state, just as is the dog. The dog is meant to be howling at the moon as well. Both of them are. And so this tells me you feel really natural in your body, even if you aren't quite sure of why you feel natural or what it is that feels natural. Even if you're still kind of learning that and you're not sure what that totally looks like, because the sun isn't here yet to provide that clarity. But trust that it will be. You're so close to that clarity. Don't forget that. It's a good place to be in the body. Good place. You're so close. Okay. For the soul, you have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is about quick movement, quick. Words are hard. We're going to do this again. Thanks for bearing with my weirdness. I don't know how to be normal. It just doesn't work for me. The Eight of Wands is quick success, quick movement, quick, which is kind of funny because there's a turtle on the card. This depiction is a little bit funny like that, how there's a turtle on the card. So what I want to say here is that in your soul, it's all about, yes, there's going to be quick success, but you got to start slow and steady, because that's what the tortoise is about. So you have to blend that slow and steady wins the race, as well as the speedy hare in, the tortoise and the hare sort of, story. Beautiful to have quick success, though. And because it's the wands, it's passion. So there's going to be quick success and passionate things for your soul. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Your overall message, excuse me, is the Nine of Pentacles. So I noticed that you have a couple of different 9 cards as well as a couple different pentacle cards. So this tells me that this is about going inwards. The 9 is like related to the hermit and they go inwards. The 9 of Pentacles is about realizing that you have cultivated a lot of stuff for a really long time. The snail is on this depiction, and that tells me it really took a long time. It was slow moving, slow to get here, but she is all up and in her power. She is able to do the things that she wants to do because she's cultivated those seeds. She's brought them to the places that they needed to be. And the way she did that is by giving it the right amount of water, the right amount of soil, the right amount of fertilizer, the right amount of sunshine. She blended all of that together and was able to create these 9 pentacles on her own. This is someone self-made. And that is your overall theme of the message, is about being self-made. I like that. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful position to be in, Gemini. So for your advice for the month ahead is the Knight of Pentacles. So to me, this says keep working at that, because this is what this night is all about. It's typically nights are quick moving, kind of like this tortoise over here that's quick moving. Sounds a little weird to say. However, this night, he's the slowest of the nights because he's the Pentacles. Pentacles take years sometimes. These are deeply nourished seeds that take time to grow. These are not overnight. These are not overnight oats, friends. I'm just gonna own the weirdness tonight. So this night says keep taking time to make sure that your seeds are given exactly the care that it needs. Take time to make sure that you have the right conditions for each seed you're planting. That way you can bring it to a successful fruition, because you are absolutely capable of that. Beautiful. Now we're going to get you a card from the Sacred Creators Oracle deck, which is also by Chris Ann. And I'm going to read directly out of the guidebook. In this deck, there is an essential meaning to each card, which is as if you get it in the upright, and a self-care message, which is as if you get it in the reverse. And I am going to read both. So let's see. Sacred or Creator Oracles. Sacred Creators Oracle. What does the Sacred Creators Oracle have for Gemini for January? Or for the month ahead, whenever they find those 2 cards. Taurus also got 2 cards. I don't know if you have Taurus placements or if you're just close with it. Oh my gosh, you actually have 3. There was a hidden one back there. Taurus also got the What's Your Honest Truth card, by the way. Let's see if we can figure out how to put this up here so you can see everybody. Okay, Gemini. Let's maybe bring this guy in too. Let's see how that works. I'm trying to figure out my how to put this up here so you can see it well. That way it's clear and all that, because I want you to be able to see everything going on here. Does that work? It's actually kind of cute. Okay, I hope that works because it really does look nice. Okay, I'm gonna focus. Maybe another cup of coffee. Maybe not another cup of coffee. I don't know. We'll find out later. Do you guys want an update on how many cups of coffee by the time these go up? Okay, just joking. Card number 32, you are living poetry. Card number 20, what's your honest truth? And card number 31, stop, drop, and ground. Okay, so let's start. Card number 32, you are living poetry. Essential meanings. Your unique essence. Your poetic expression. Sacred resonance with the world. Freedom. Euphoria. Blessings. Full creative flow. Self-care message. Turning down your brilliance. Hiding your truth. Shying away from creative expression. Shying away from sharing. What's your personal brand of expression, sacred creator? Are you allowing it to shine through all the things you think, do, and say? You are living poetry, and your unique rhythmic nature reflects a soul story, a resonance, and a signature of verses that is all your own. As the breathing, moving, changing expression of the divine, how are you showing up in your story? How you express yourself in the world allows your energetic light to shine fully, or not. It's time to interact with your life in a way that reflects the most luminous parts of your nature. If part of your poetry has been hiding beneath the painful scars of a past memory, or if something is getting in the way of your full creative contribution, get curious about how those experiences, those past fears, worries, and guilt, could actually help you to better understand your gifts and your ballad. Look at all of it, share it, transform it, and make your expression of self a prerequisite for what comes next. In the radiant poem of your life, it's who you are, and it's how you heal yourself and the world around you. What color is your personal poetry? How does it make people feel? What sort of beat would it have if it were music? What would make it happiest? How can it best be used to inspire and heal the world? What a beautiful card to start with for the Sacred Creators deck. Okay, card number 20. What's your truth? Essential meanings. Total authenticity and transparency. A glorious unveiling of spirit. Clear and compelling communication that comes from the heart. Finding the key to abundance by finding what is true and right for your soul. Self-care message. A need to peel back the many layers of your own truth, holding on to masks for protection. A true dive into your own heart with love and compassion. A need to pay closer attention to the shadow aspect of your story, areas where you may be denying your truest desires and your true essence. We hold on to many layers of truth. Truths we learned from our parents, the ones we've learned during lived experiences, and the ones that our ego holds onto in order to lovingly protect us from the world. You've outgrown a layer, and it's time to do some shedding in order to curate the best framework for your future. At the base of all your learned truths lies a different sort of true, an underlying true essence. And this core foundation is refusing to be quieted or ignored any longer. You will hear it clearly now, as an old truth has become too small for your expanding life. Perhaps a soul purpose, a sacred contract, or a destiny is unveiling your truest true or your honest truth. Perhaps it is reminding you now that you are here for a reason. When you strip it all down to the soul, what are you being called to do? And why are you here at this time? Do you believe soul purposes can change and evolve over time? What were you doing the last time you felt insecure or inauthentic? And what did you do or think to create that situation? How do you feel when you are most authentically you? Is there a negative belief about yourself or your abilities that is holding you back? A story about circumstance. How can you tap into the infinite nature of your soul and shift your thinking on this? Beautiful. Okay. And now we're going to do card number 31, Stop, Drop, and Ground. This card always kind of reminds me not just of like a seed, but specifically of coffee. Not just because I'm drinking coffee at, 3 a.m., but I don't know. Just if you're watching this and you feel comfortable commenting, does this card also remind you of coffee, or is that just me? I'd love to know if I'm the only one. Okay, card number 31. Stop, drop, and ground. Essential meanings. Mindful presence. Finding joy. Blending hobby and duty. A pause in the day. Connections with friends and family. Exercise and self-care. Nutrition. Gifting yourself unconditional love. Self-care message. Feeling undeserving of joy. Learning to accept your past. Releasing limiting beliefs. A need to spend time with people you love. Taking notice when you are in overdrive. Feeling overwhelmed. A need to relax. How long has it been since you gave yourself a moment to pause, just for the joy of it? If you have been caught up in the hustle or feeling anxious or stressed about the future, it's time for a pause. Full stop. It's time to ground yourself with self-love. Drop onto your yoga mat, drop in on a movie night with family, or drop into laughter with your besties. Seriously, your soul is asking for this. And while stopping and dropping can feel drastic, especially if you've been on the hamster wheel of busy for a while, it's also the perfect medicine of resetting and realigning your goals with the path you are on. If you're taking on unnecessary work that feels soul-sucking, you need to stop. If you're repeatedly worrying about metrics, relationships, or money, you need to stop. Ruminate with Rumi instead. Grab a tea and play hooky from your to-do list for a while. Know that you are deserving of the sacred pause. Stop, drop, and ground isn't about sticking your head in the sand and pretending that everything is wonderful when it's not. It's not about chanting positive mantras when you honestly feel like muck inside. It's about finding the real happy wherever you are. It's about actively pursuing grounded presence today while remembering that it doesn't have to be perfect to be perfectly blissful. When was the last time you laughed till you cried? Maybe it's time to schedule a lunch date with a good friend. When you stop, drop, and ground, what do you notice? Have you been so caught up in the details of what you're doing that you've forgotten your joy? Oh, Gemini. Oh, this is beautiful. I hope you're taking care of yourself. This is so important because you can't fill from an empty cup. And the Nine of Pentacles knows that. So the overall message here to me really speaks that stop, drop, and ground. Are you remembering who you are and that it's okay to pause? You're deserving of that pause because you're a living human being. Give yourself the gift of love. You deserve the space and the breaks, just like everybody else does. Free from guilt. Go laugh with someone you love. That's important. I hope that this message resonated with you. If it did, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, as well as share with those you feel it may also resonate. Again, thank you so much for clicking here. I hope this month brings you health, wealth, happiness, clarity, passion, and alignment. With so much love, I'm Mama Belle, and I look forward to doing your next reading.